Hi, I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I'm a full-time world traveler. I'm a 2 times best-selling author, and I coach thousands of people across the world. All of this has been possible by becoming a virtual real estate entrepreneur. June 19th, 1978. That's when it all started. I was born in Columbus, Ohio. My mother, Sandy Evans, my father, Mark Evans, Sr. I'm actually the first child they had. My parents were rather young, actually. They're 18 years old each. And where I come from, that's normal. Then we had my sister Brandy, which is a year younger than me, and my sister Kimberly, which is 2 years younger than me. I grew up in a town 1 hour east of Columbus, Ohio, and named Baltimore/Thurston, Ohio, where we literally grew up in a small town of hundreds of people, not thousands of people. But it's kind of neat to come from there. We lived above my grandparents in a 1-bedroom apartment for the first couple of years of my life. And then my parents worked really hard to get to the next step to go. And then we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment right down the road. And then we moved into a trailer, a mobile home, a 14-foot by 70-foot mobile home. And it's not like a mobile home where people are like shooting each other and all that, but it was a mobile home where, people took pride in that. And we've always been raised, it's not what you have, it's what you take care of. You got to take care of what you have. And, it doesn't cost any money to clean and be clean. So coming from that background, it's always been ingrained in me, work really hard, be honest, be ethical, do the right thing, even if it hurts. And my parents, I saw them struggle many years, and they still today, that's where they're at. But what was amazing during that process is I really feel like I was being groomed, because by the time I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I had lemonade stands, I was selling bracelets at school, I was selling my sister's toys at school, raising money to help my parents pay the electric bill, or just trying to give them a couple dollars, whatever I could do back then, obviously. And as these times coming on and growing, and I'm growing older, I really think back now, the only time I really saw my parents fight was about money. It was never about anything else really, except money. And I always promised myself, I'm gonna do whatever I can in my powers to go out and achieve wealth at a whole new level where money wasn't the problem. And I didn't know the journey or where I was gonna go. And then obviously I started going to high school, and I was never good at school. Graduated high school with a 1.8 GPA. I'm not saying that to brag, it's just the reality of the situation. But that's where I started from, and I had this 1.8, and I got suspended from school because I would not fill out an application. I never have, I never will, there's no need to. I should have a shirt that says I'm unemployable. But I was so stuck on I didn't like school. I just wanted to do my own thing. So 1 month after high school, I actually found a guy selling a seamless gutter company, and I purchased the seamless gutter company from him with little money down. I had no money. I had $1,000 in savings from all my years, and I gave him every dime. Had no clue how I was gonna pull it off, but I knew my heart was in the right place. I knew I had the work ethic in place, and I knew there was no free ride, so I really worked hard. I had a lot of people working with me at that time then, and I kept building that business, and then I sold it. But at 19 years old, right before I turned 19, I actually caught the real estate bug. The real estate bug is what we call where you go to the seminar, the first seminar, you're sitting there watching the guy speak, you're getting the goosebumps, you know this can be done, you don't know how you're gonna do it, you don't know what to say yet, you don't know what contracts to use, you don't know any of these pieces yet. But I did that, and I went down to Florida. I actually had to drive to Florida to go from Columbus, Ohio to Florida, and it's a 24-hour drive nearly, and I had no money. At that time I had no cash at all. I barely could afford the seminar, and I had people working with me that I owed money to. But I said, I'm gonna take a leap of faith and go out and make this happen for myself. I can't make excuses. And so I drove all the way down there straight through. I couldn't stay at a hotel, I had no money. I stayed at the hotel when I got down there, but I simply drove straight through by myself to get down to Florida to hang out at this event. And as soon as I went to this event, I noticed something pretty strange. There was about 65, 70 people. Obviously everybody was older than me. I was only 18 at that time, about to turn 19. And I sit there and I saw a different kind of I was just there, ready to make something happen. A lot of times I see the people, I remember the people that are just there, communicating, talking to each other and such, and they weren't really as committed or dedicated as I thought they could have been. But I sit in the front row, obviously, and I sit there and watch this guy make one call, and I sit there and I said, wow, my life has changed. Literally, not 1,000 things, not 10,000 things, but one action. I said, you know what, I can go out and make this happen for myself, and more importantly, my family. And I promise if I can make this happen, I'll go and help other people do that. And that's exactly what happened. I ran up to the room at the hotel then. I was eating Cheetos and Doritos, literally, because I had no money. Everybody's out, getting dinner and stuff with each other. But I ran up excited, not frustrated. I ran up there, my mind was going 100 miles per hour. I didn't know if this was still possible, but I knew I could make something happen. And literally within 72 hours after being done with that class, I came home and did my first deal. And if you fast forward that, I did a lot of deals in that time frame, but I was doing them the wrong way. I was becoming a landlord, and I'm not a good property manager. I'm not good at that at all, actually. And I nearly went bankrupt twice. I actually got to the point where I had to go to court every single day of the week, literally Monday through Friday, because I had so many property violations, overgrown grass, broken windows, properties not boarded up, etc. And Judge Pfeiffer is his name. He actually, every day I was in there, and he fined me money, hundreds of dollars every time. And one day I just walked in and threw my hands up and said, Judge, I can't pay any more money. I have no more money. I'm broke. I'm going to go bankrupt. And he slammed the gavel down. He's like, I was waiting for you to say that. All your stuff is waived. Get the properties cleaned up and fixed and figure out something. And I couldn't wait until you said that. And I was excited he said that. And again, I've never felt like I was throwing a deal a bad hand. Every decision I've always made got me to where I'm at today, right now, as I'm speaking to you. It's not by accident, it's because of the decisions we make. But I got to that decision, I was excited because I had to, it was tough, saying it in front of hundreds of people that you have no money. And that's what I had to do, and that's kind of was a turning point for me, where literally I had to go out, and now that's how I became a wholesaler. I was wholesaling properties, left and right. I had a lot of units to wholesale because I had a lot of properties I owned at that time, and I just started wholesaling them. And I figured something out. You need a list. You need friends. You need to build relationships. And pretty much the saying, dig your well before you're thirsty. And knowing what I know now, that's what I would have done. But if you even fast forward a little bit more, I got to a point during that time frame, it was a year and a half, 2 years for that process to happen. But I was in a 1-bedroom, small, very small efficiency apartment. I had no gas, no electricity. I couldn't pay the landlord at that time. I was actually living in a little rental on First Avenue in Columbus, Ohio. And again, I was excited about the opportunity every day. Living in the United States, we have a great opportunity, but I was excited for what was to stand in front of me. And I'd go to the library, I'd read, I'd learn, I'd educate, and I'd go implement. And that's a big key to my success, is just implementation and not being afraid to mess up. We mess up every day, but I was messing up every single day, getting one step closer to the end result. And now, if you fast forward this to where I'm at today, I'm able to travel anywhere across the world. I can, we obviously fly first class. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon, because that was a mental mind shift. And there's a lot of things that has to happen to get to that point. I'm not saying you need to fly first class. It just depends what you want. And I'm able to help my family out whenever I want. I fly them out wherever I'm at, Maui, wherever. But it's always neat with what this opportunity and this business can bring to you by being virtual, by understanding how business really works, and by being passionate. You got to be passionate, because you're going to hit dry spells in this business and you're going to want to take the next step. So now that's where I came from. Now what I want to do next is I want to show you where I'm at today. And then after that, I'm going to sit down with you for a little bit more, and I want to teach you some of the tips that allowed me to get to where I'm at today. Let's get started. Welcome to the estate. Hey, it's Mark Evans DM with my fiance Dina. Welcome to our estate. We're sitting here in the foyer at the home.
You can see the big, huge domes in the ceilings, and that is actually a silver leaf that's painted in there.
This is our dining room. This is where we never ever eat at.
Here is the kitchen.
Dina's like Bobby Flay in here. And the throwdown with Bobby Flay and Dina. And this is where we come and hang out. This is probably where we spend, 80% of our time? Everybody wants to know what's in the fridge, hon. Grab right there. Ready? This is the virtual lifestyle. We virtually have no food. So this is the room we hang out in when Dina's in here cooking with Bobby Flay. We come in here and hang out, and this is where I hang out at. This is the family room. We never come in. As you can see, Dina doesn't let us in here. We got gates up. Welcome to the master bedroom. Bedroom number 1.
Over here we have fridge. So at night you can grab a beverage, or in the morning make coffee.
Welcome to the master bathroom. I'll see you in a second. Check this out. There you are. So guys, this is the master closet for me. Just don't make fun of my pink shirts, okay? Lots of pink shirts. We're very strong with our manhood. If you have pink shirts, lots of pink shirts. This is where the magic happens. This is where I'm taking over the real estate empire and information marketing world. As you can see above me, we have a big check up here. This is like a publishing clearinghouse check. Our goal is to do a lot of charity stuff. With all our book sales, we actually give all the money to charity to help people less fortunate, and that's something that we've been blessed with, to have all this stuff, and there's no reason we can't bless others. So this always gives us a reminder why we're taking over the world in the office, to keep looking at the checks and keep remembering we can help more people the more we do. Follow me, guys. Is this where you speed up my feet? Bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, bedroom number 4, bedroom number 5, bedroom number 6, bedroom number 7, bedroom number 8, bedroom number 9, bedroom number 10. What we got is here is 1,200 square foot mother-in-law suite or a kid suite. Check this out. What's great about this room is you have a dance floor on here. This is Dina's favorite room for me, the dungeon. As you can see, ironclad steel. This is where we hide all our real estate secrets. This is actually one of our favorite rooms in the house. Check this out, the theater room. While Dina's racking up the balls, I want to show you guys the men's room. She's not allowed in there, but check this out. You never have to worry about missing the game, ever, if you have to use the restroom. Welcome to Club DM. Is that good? So we're down in the terrace level, and this is probably the most shocking room in the whole house. Check this out, the basketball court. Follow us out to the back. This pool cost more, like 2 times more than where I grew up at. And it's kind of unique because, as you know, the story in the beginning, I told you where I started from. So it's kind of neat and very humbling to know that. Wow, I hope you like the house. So it's really neat to be able to share this kind of stuff with you, because as you can see before, it's not where I came from, and where we're at today, it's just pretty cool to be able to share this kind of stuff with you. Not to impress, I have to stress this, it's not to impress you, but to impress upon that it is achievable if you set your mind to it. So today, right now, like what I want to share with you is a couple things that I've really been gnawing over. There's a lot of things out there, like if I can leave you better off at the end of this DVD, what would I say? If you're sitting right beside me, if we're having dinner, having lunch, whatever, what 5 or 6 things would I implant into your brain to help you get a fair chance or a fighting chance at succeeding at this business? So let's start off with the number 1 thing. I tell everybody, without this, you will fail. This one thing alone will allow you to fail over and over and over, not just in real estate investing. And that one thing is belief. You have to believe, and not only just in yourself, but in the process or in the system, that where you're going to the next step, it's truly doable. And that's truly why I'm opening up kind of my home and my heart and sharing these things with you, because I want to show you where I was at, where I'm at today, and all the processes we had to take to get here. It's a lot of hard work, but I believed that I could do it. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I wasn't looking for a lottery ticket. I knew I had to put the effort into it, but I knew at the end of the day, truly deep down inside, I believed that I could do it. The question you need to ask yourself, especially if it's in real estate or anything for that matter, do you believe that you're going to be able to take it to the step you know you're capable of? I can tell you, I've showed you, real estate investing is a great way to do it. Information marketing is a great way to do it. Just owning your own business and driving something that you're passionate about, that I clearly am passionate about this business and what it can do for you. It allows you, when you hit those hard times, to keep believing through the process, even when it stinks. And you're going to hit those spots, so you better have belief in you. The next question I often get is, Mark, what strategy should I implement in today's economy? Well, I have something to share with you. Like I shared with you where I came from, my strategy that will work in any strategy. I don't care if you do foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, short sales, tax liens. It doesn't matter. Anything that you do, wholesaling will always be a part of your business. So my question is, what strategy should I be implementing? Wholesaling should always be a strategy. For example, a lot of people out here are very big onto doing short sales. Okay, short sales are great, maybe, for you, but at the same time, if you have a short sale, that means you're capturing the property, you're able to sell it. If you don't have an outlet to sell the property, like someone that wants to buy it, you can't sell the property. Therefore, you spend all that time and energy getting the deal, but now you don't have an outlet. I see it happen every single day. You have to always be building a relationship and building a wholesale business. Wholesaling is simple as it sounds, just like Walmart. Buy a Snickers for 50 cents, sell it for 75 cents, make what's in the middle, 25 cents. It's literally that easy. Now the next thing is, like, as you're sitting here, like the wholesaling steps, well, what paperwork do I use and all that? That's irrelevant at this time. Again, we have to believe that we can do a wholesale deal. A wholesale deal will come through your expertise as you develop. All it is really is finding something and having someone pay you more than what you have in it. So you don't even have to have your own money in it. It could be a simple contract. It could be a letter of intent. It could be a flex option. It could be all these multitudes of different strategies. But at the end of the day, you need to constantly have wholesaling in your business to be able to constantly create value and money and revenue in your business. And the next question to that piece is, what business am I in? You're in a bunch of businesses, first of all. As a business owner, well, any honest and ethical business owner would tell you you're going to be wearing a lot of hats. A lot of hats. From being an accountant, to being a marketing director, to being the sales developer, to being the internet developer, to being the lead generator. I mean, there's so many different things you have to do in the beginning, and that's why the belief is so important, because you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get very frustrated with some of these pieces. You might be great at some, and might be terrible at the others. But here's what I said. As a business owner, think like Walmart. See, you're not a real estate investor. First of all, you're a real estate marketer before you're an investor. You have to have deals and you have to have cash coming in to be able to even be an investor. Investor is the third or fourth step of the ring. What you need to do is you need to have capital. You need to be thinking, how do I, as Mark Evans or a business owner, make money with every single prospect I speak to? For example, Walmart. You walk into Walmart, they're not just selling one product. The majority of real estate investors are only offering one product, and that's their product. That's wrong. You're going to lose, you're going to get upset, you're not going to create enough cash, you're going to go under. Just look around. Don't take my word for it. Look around at the people that are succeeding. You know, I have an information business. We have affiliate products we make money with. Google pays us money, and we don't even have to sell anything to make money with this. We make money with joint ventures. We make money with affiliate marketing. We make money selling other people's deals. We make money doing deals. We make money with property that we own, residual income. We make money with our own products. We make money with a magnitude of things. And there's no reason you can't either. One person, one customer is not just one way to make money. There's multiple ways. They buy products, they buy information, they buy services, they buy properties, they do a lot of things. The question is, you need to be looking at it when you're looking at it as a business. How do I maximize my energy and efforts to multiply my income while decreasing the time spent in the business. A lot of people's funnels one way. And when you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're not going to make as near as much as you can. And I can guarantee you one of those sources will dry up and can dry up. Again, look around. People are in trouble. People are losing their homes because they only focus on one revenue stream. You got to look at it as a business like Walmart. How do I make as much money off of one person? And when I say this, I'm not talking how do I weasel money out of them. How do I make as much money as possible by offering them very good services, very good products, and very good relationships that will help them better their business or help them better where they're going to the next step. That's up to you. There's a lot of products. There's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands, for that matter, of products that you can offer people that you can become an affiliate with and start making money immediately, like today. It's that easy. The next question I get, all right, Mark, everything sounds good, but how much time do I need to put into this to make it work? Can I be brutally honest with you? I can't answer the question. I can give you proper direction, but I cannot answer the question. It almost forces me to lie to you, and I can't do that. But I can tell you this, you're gonna have to bust your ass. You're gonna have to work like a dog. You're gonna have to really want it to get it. See, this business is easy, but there's a lot of money at stake to make, and not just people that are just lazy can get it. Yeah, you can set up systems and you can have a lazy process and all that and still make a lot of money. And I mean this because I see so many great people, oh, well, I'm going to come in and I'm going to work 2 minutes a day and I'm going to make $1 million next year. The answer is you're not going to. But I can tell you this, if you have great connections, you have an upper hand. If you have a list already, you have an upper hand. If you have cash in the bank, you have a better opportunity, maybe. That's a big maybe. If you have a team in place, if you've been investing or practicing or working this for a long time, you have an advantage. There's a lot of different advantages and disadvantages about this. If you're brand new and this is the first thing you've ever watched, you're going to have to work a little bit harder. That's safe to say. If you don't have any sales skills at all, you can't even look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a great salesman, you're in trouble. You're going to need to find someone on your team that can help you with that. If you don't even know the difference between the MLS and Zillow.com, you better buckle down and start learning this simple techniques and strategies. If you don't know what LOI is, or a letter of intent is what that means, if you don't know what a contract is, if you don't know, now keep in mind, I'm not saying don't know how to fill it out. There's people you can pay all day to fill it out. You need to understand the terminology, right? Excuse me. So what you need to do is you need to understand the basic pieces. There's a lot of basic pieces. They're basic to me because I understand them. But they need to become basic to you because you've worked hard, you've stayed up late, you've read a lot of books. I've read thousands and thousands of books on real estate investing, marketing, business building, internet marketing, lead flow, merchant account, all these things. But you have to invest the time, guys. There's a lot of money to be made. Truthfully, you can make a lot of money. You know you can, or you wouldn't be watching this. You've seen people, you've talked to them, you've heard their success stories, some of them you've heard horror stories, but you got to invest the proper time. So again, I can't tell you how much time that is because I don't have a magic ball, and if someone tells you it only takes you an hour a day, they're fibbing because they can't answer that question unless they really know who you are and know your work ethics and know how committed you are to the process. To me, at the end of the day, to be honest with you, if I worked 1 hour a day or 100 hours in the day, it doesn't matter to me because work is pleasure to me now. I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it. I'm dedicated to it. Even when things are going bad, it's fun because I get to wake up and do what I want, when I want, anytime I want, anywhere I want. And that's truly what I'm living for. I'm not living to wake up to go to the job and repeat process and do it again and wake up, do the job, repeat process and do it again. That's not what we do here. My goal is to teach you how to become a virtual real estate investor. See, that takes me to the next step of that question. How much time and energy, or maybe you're brand new and you don't have much money to invest. You have to have certain tools, and I'll get to that question next, but you have to have a couple tools. Invest in yourself. If a Subway opens up, they have to rent a building, they have to get staff, they have to have meat in the trays, they have to have the condiments, they have to have the team, they have to have all these pieces, right? Well, you're setting up a multi-million dollar business, a potential multi-million dollar business. You can invest a little bit, and I'm not talking thousands of dollars, but even if it was $100 a month or less, at least get you to the next step. See, if you have $1,000 and you can invest X amount of dollars into, say, an autoresponder or a website or both, you should always have both, by the way, and only be paying $97 a month or less, that gives you more opportunity or more time to work on your business instead of in your business. And that's where a lot of times people fail, is they're trying to work in it and not on it. I want you to really focus and give you a fighting chance on focusing on building an empire by you focusing by building the business. Ray Kroc did not build McDonald's by working there handing people fries. He built the business by creating systems that a 15-year-old kid could hand people fries and do it just as well as he could. And this is the big key, guys. This is the big turning point. This is a time in your life where you're sitting here watching this, you're thinking, I can do that. Well, on the next thing, on the next question, it's very powerful. We're going to see how serious you are, because you need to take the next step. You need to grow. You need to just understand that these pieces are in front of you, and I'm going to give you some free tools. I'm going to give you some free places for you to go to start setting up your business properly so you can start working on your business and not in your business. Now, before I get to the next question, the question I get here, I have to say this, it's kind of not even a question, it's kind of a tip and a strategy that we use to make a lot more money than most people, or I should say competition. I don't consider them competition, but most other people in this business. And here's what it is. Ready? Write this down. Make it easy for someone to say yes to do business with you. Don't throw up obstacles, don't put roadblocks, say yes. See, we have a problem with saying no more often than we've been told yes. See, I don't know the exact statistic, but by the time we're 7 years old, we've heard no 70,000 times and yes like 10,000 times. 7-to-1 ratio. I think it's actually more than that. But, worst case scenario, it's 7-to-1. That's a big difference. So when people are coming to you and say, hey, will you buy my house? Say, well, I'm not sure yet. Let me take a look at it and I'll let you know. Don't say no. Even if it's no, don't say no. Because no means forever. Let me take a look at it and I'll let you know in 24 hours. That gives you time to think about it. That gives you time to toss it around. And it gives you time. You might be able to create a strategy or create some kind of creativity piece that will work for them, and give them direction. See, if you can't help clients, give them direction. Say, hey, I can't help you, but I can hand you off to this person. They might be able to help you. I wish the best for you. See, what happens, that creates a good, positive vibe in your business and in your aura, so to speak, where you're going to go out and be able to make more money, I believe, if you keep implementing that. Now, when we make it easy for people to say yes, for example, when I sell a real estate deal, which we sell them every single month, a single family, let's use a single family. Let's say if I bought it and I rehabbed it and I rented it and now I'm selling it. Well, I've done all the hard work, and now all I'm doing is selling the opportunity for a little bit more than I have involved in it. Let's say 15 grand more. And so all I do is say, look, I have already rehabbed it. I've already done this, this, and that. And I have a property management in place, the tenants are in place, and all it is X amount of money. Oh, by the way, if you don't have that much money right now in your bank account, you can also use an IRA. You can also get a one-time out of your 401k. You can move your money from a 401k into IRA. You can do all these different pieces. Again, help them make the decision easier. See, there's no difference between you and I. Honestly, in the beginning, and you run an ad, I buy houses. I run an ad that says I buy houses. You and I are the same person. It's not about the ads we place. That's step one, though. It's about what we do when that ad responds to us. See, I have a system. We have autoresponders. We build trust. We build relationships. We're giving them tips. We're giving them strategies. We're doing all these multiple pieces, multimedia pieces that are building rapport with them. So by the time they come buy something from us or sell something to us, they already know who we are, what we're about. Are we serious? Are we not serious? What we like, what we dislike, and they know we're there to help them. So it just makes the sell process a lot easier. So again, make it easy for people to say yes. For example, recently we just sold a deal, actually a day before ago shooting this, is we sold a deal. We bought it for 12, we sold it for 22,000. I made $10,000 profit. And again, if you're in California or watching this, just add a zero. It could be 110,000, you sold for 120,000, whatever. But I bought it. I had a contractor already give me rehab estimates. I had property management already look at it, tell me how much people can get it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I sold it to another investor where I made $10,000 by making it easy for him to say, yes, he's going to make a lot of money. He'll make more money than I did at the end of the day, but he's got to deal with all those other pieces. I just sold it because it was easy. And he bought it because it was easy. Again, we're putting these two pieces together. I'm in the wholesale business, I'm in the retail business, I'm in the hotel business, and I'm also in the rental business. Again, I have multiple streams of just real estate pieces alone. And as you grow into this business and you start making it easier for people to buy deals and sell deals through you and to you, your business will rise to a whole new level. And I trust and I know for a fact that it just becomes so much easier. And trust me, no one else is doing it. For example, get on people's list and they'll send you an email that says, hey, I have a house, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, front brick, brick front, fenced-in yard, 2-car garage, blah, 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 buy now, $37,000. That's not easy. That's just advertising. I would say something like, hey, I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. You could probably get it for next to nothing. All I need you to do is this, this, and that. By the way, I have a contractor, I have property managers. You can make a cash flow of $1,000 a month. You can do this, 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 and that. No, by the way, here's our phone number, here's our name, here's our address, here's what they've done with. Like, you really start making it easy. Take out objectives. We all have objectives when we're buying something anyways, but make it easier for them to take the next step. Immediately, not for them to buy, but for them to contact you to take the next step so you can build a relationship with them. I hope that helps you. And now let me tell you about how I'm able to do all these deals virtually and remotely. That's going to be the next question. So now a very, very, very important. We're coming to the end of the DVD. And a lot of times, I told you at the beginning I'm a world traveler. And I'm a virtual real estate investor. And I'm a full-time real estate investor. All those things are great, fine and dandy. But a lot of people say, Mark, how in the world do you don't go even look at the properties? I honestly, dead's honest truth, I don't go look at my properties before I buy them. I don't go look at them before I sell them. I don't do any of that stuff. However, it's not saying that it doesn't get done. So I don't want to take that misconception out. It's not like I just sit on the phone, drinking a coffee, smoking a cigar and say, hey, buy this, buy this, buy that, sell that. But there's certain pieces that we have in place in business that allow us to hand it off to the right person. Again, think Walmart, think Ray Kroc. The owners and developers did not sit there and do every single piece. It's humanly impossible. But I can sit there and be on top and work different people in different places. And the best part about being a real estate investor, if you do it right, is you don't have to pay anybody until you make money, right? Real estate agents work for free until you do a deal. Property managements work for free until they rent your property out. Contractors, well, that's a whole nother story. Typically, they're going to want money up front, et cetera. But you might be a handyman. My father, he loves doing that kind of stuff, and he just enjoys it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. You could also, there's just so many people that don't get paid unless you get paid, so everybody's motivated to get paid, which helps run your business. So I'm virtual. I could be sitting in the middle of Paris, France, and I could be hanging out on my laptop. All I need, truthfully, is my laptop, a cell phone, and or a landline, and actually it's a thing called Skype. It's free service. You can call people in and out on Skype, and that's skype.com, SKYPE.com. That's a free service for you to use. And you can get voicemails on there. You can call people. You can chat online, back and forth with people anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet connection. So on this piece, I want to give you a couple of pieces that allow me to be able to do all this. And I've been traveling since December 31st, 2005. And now that we're shooting this, we're almost in 4 years. Truthfully, we're almost 4 years into it. I haven't traveled every single day, but I traveled 2.5 years straight. And then we took off for a little bit, and then we started traveling a bunch more, and I'm getting ready to start traveling again, but right before I shoot this, after I shoot this, I should say. But the reason is you have to have websites. If you learn nothing from me at all, you have to have websites. I beg you, you have to have a website, multiple websites, a buyer, seller, and investor website. See, one website doesn't do it anymore. That's okay to have if it's just like just like a big picture thing, like learn more about me kind of thing. But if you're a real marketer, you understand it's called segmenting your list. For example, if I'm trying to attract sellers into my pipeline, I don't tell them to get over to learnhowtobuyAhouse.com. I tell them, get over to offerinTwelvehours.com. They know what that means. They're looking for an offer on their house, they're looking for something quick, and they're looking to sell quickly. And so I can understand their language, and they go to that page, it's like, hey, this is Mark Evans DM, thank you for coming to this page. You're a seller right now, I understand where you're at. Here's what I can offer you, right? Instead of a general message, it's very focused. So you capture their attention, gives you more opportunity to sell them or talk to them and build trust and relationships. And everybody, most people I should say, miss this huge. They think, oh, I got a website. Every website's not created equal. So you need to have a minimum of 3 websites: a buyer, seller, and investor. Minimum. And then your job is to put all 3 of those people together. If a buyer has a need and a seller has a need, you put them together and you make a wholesale fee. You need an autoresponder. An autoresponder is simply this. Online, you put your name and email in, you push submit, and then you go into my system, let's say, it's called an autoresponder. You know, you've got those emails where it says, hey, thank you for subscribing, or hey, here's your free gift, or hey, we're going to telecall tonight, or hey, thank you for showing up. Whatever the means are, whatever the message is, it's irrelevant because it's one autoresponder. It's one email. You can blast it to 10 people, 1,000 people, or 1,000,000 people. It doesn't matter. So think of this. Instead of a person working one at a time, onesie, twosie, old school 1988, you're doing it very 2010-ish, where you're sitting and being able to send an email, boom, done, you go play. See, from traveling, I could be at the airport, send an email, hey guys, I have this property, I want to sell it, here's what I'm looking at doing, here's my contractors, here's my property, boom, 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 send, jump in the plane, fly over across to Europe somewhere, land, and have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 responses for that property. That means opportunity. A lot of times people are thinking, how am I going to sell this thing? I already know how because I'm going to send an email. So you need websites. Here's the best websites in the business, and it's called virtualrealestatewebsites.com. Again, it's virtualrealestatewebsites.com. I have to say that again. Virtual, V-I-R-T-U-A-L, realestatewebsites.com. You get 3 websites over there, at least 3 websites. You'll get autoresponder messages. You'll get training. You'll get forms. You'll get everything you need to be a virtual real estate investor. Of course, you're going to want a phone number. You don't need a phone, like a cell phone will work okay, but there's free services out there that you can use. And I teach you inside virtualrealestatewebsites.com exact where to go, how to do it, what services to get for free. Most of these services are free, and everything I'm telling you can be added on as you grow, but you do need the websites and you do need an autoresponder. I promise you it's under $100 a month, max. That's maximum, and that's if you get all the bells and whistles and everything. But you can get started for a very affordable price. And honestly, I have to say this because this is my disclaimer. If you truly don't believe investing $100 a month, let's say, in your business to help you make money, to live the life you know you're capable of, to support your family at a whole new level, to be able to play around when you want, to be able to just make money at will, isn't worth it, I recommend you stay at your full-time job. And I'm not saying this to be a smart aleck, I'm being honest with you. Stay there. It's easier. This business is tough. And I'm telling you this to weed the weak out. I'm weeding the weak out. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I hope we meet one day and we become friends. But today, I'm here to teach you how to make real money. And people are out here just telling you the opposite, what you want to hear to keep getting in your pocket. I'm telling you what you need to hear to give you a fighting chance at succeeding truthfully in this real estate business, because it is a great time to buy. People are skeptical. When they're skeptics, there's opportunity. You need to be running to these deals. Set your business up right. Get to virtualrealestatewebsites.com. Get an account set up. There's some cool stuff in there. If you don't like it for whatever reason, you can always cancel. It's not the end of the world. And like anything else, you just got to start saying yes to more opportunity, yes to making life easier, yes to taking the next step. And truthfully, I hope from the beginning to me sharing these techniques and strategies and tips and to show you inside of the behind the scenes of my personal residence with my fiance Dina, I hope all these things say, hey, you know what, I want to give this a shot. I'm serious about this. This guy's sincere. He's really straight up. I know we can take you to the next step. I can't do it for you, but I can be there for you. This is Mark Evans, DM, signing off. I hope you have a great, prosperous, happy life, and I hope we meet soon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.